right now. So I'm just going to hit play and we're going to see what happens. But yeah, Star Trek Resurgence is out. It is a narrative interactive style. So if you've seen the Telltale games, there was the Batman one, there was the Bigby one, and The Walking Dead. This is in that vein. All right, save slot, empty. Begin. This is a Dramatic Labs adventure. The relationships and events you are about to experience will be shaped by the choices you make. Oh, whoops. Are y'all seeing this? No, you're not. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you are. Okay. If I pop out of it, then it pauses, so we'll stay in it.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same.
It's absolutely the Star Trek trumpets.
The nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good. Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Oh. It's a little bit of a bumpy ride. Oh, hold on. I was using my controller and it wanted me to use the mouse. Hold on.
No problem.
I'm not great with flying. But these little shuttles are the worst.
Stick around in Starfleet and you'll be sure to see worse than this. I have.
And you're here to talk about it.
Hey, King Sundew, thank you for the resub.
That's good.
I am not going to be an asshole in this, okay? Like, I am going to do my best to be a proper...
Sorry, I'm
a proper Starfleeter.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
Oh, we get to see a starbase?
Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
Yeah, Jara's a Kobliad, so there's no way she can be a dipshit from Chicago. Oh! Oh! Look at the logo! The title! Oh! Sorry, I should calm down a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, check into security. Oh, okay. Okay, if we turn too much, then she turns. Oh, okay. Ooh, and we get things to interact with. Right trigger to interact.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
So the Resolute lost their first officer because Leah Brahms was basically, she made a deal with, Ah, crap. I can't remember the name of the alien species that basically they kidnapped a human boy and Star Trek. They kidnapped like Jono and Star Trek, like Picard tried to like say, oh, he's human, he should be with us. And eventually he was like, no, this is your family. Anyway, it was that species. But they were looking for a weapon for the new propulsion, and Leo was just trying to do science, and the Resolute was defending it and her, and they got pretty banged up, and their first officer didn't make it. Very valiant sacrifice. Wood paneling, reflective surfaces. Let's go.
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the academy.
Oh yeah?
This looks
Maybe
really
you've heard
good,
of
by the way.
Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5.
Why
Anyway,
would you make
I finished in the
a
top
worse
20.
Kobayashi Maru?
Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the academy. So, there's that.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough. But you know, I set my mind to it and it paid off.
Yeah, the animation looks nice. The faces look good.
Please place your hand here.
What if I don't
There for
wanna?
a few seconds.
What if I don't wanna? Oh, okay. So I bring the cursor. Oh, she got a ring. Interesting. Talarians, that must be it. Is that it? That's probably it.
Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before. I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground, so to speak.
The pleasure's mine, Ensign.
Paul Calloway.
Good to meet you.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
All right, Paul, you're our first friend. You are not
See you at the
allowed to
Resolute.
die, is all I'm going to say. You're not allowed to die. I don't know. I do not know voice actors that do video games that well. So if you IMDb it and find out that it is the same person, I would not be surprised. I'm just looking at stuff now because it's cool. Hey, Meridu. It's time for the elevator. Oh. Okay, so repair status. Oh, what? Oh, hello, stranger. Don't talk to me. Let's see. Okay, repair status. Tractor beam emitter, 59%. Secondary hull defense grid, 60%. They're not doing too bad. They're like 75% okay. Our forward torpedoes and aft phasers aren't doing so great, but warp nacelles are 95%, and the nav deflector is 70. We're good. We're not great. We're good. We're good. I'm definitely going to be. I'm going to be super distracted. Oh, it's an arrivals and departures board. Also, if I don't move quite right, it looks like I'm floating. But if anyone knows a Kobliad, now she's apparently part human, part Kobliad. But a Kobliad, if anybody watched Deep Space Nine, the Val Rantica episode where basically Julian's consciousness was overwritten by that criminal, and there was another Kobliad who was hunting him down at all costs. That's the Kobliads. They've only appeared like a handful of times.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermot is a Boolean, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
Yeah, if you don't want spoilers for characters, I would look up a specific character name and not the entire game. Or honestly, if you think it's a name, look up that performer's name and see if the game shows up. Oh, this is a lot of people.
You're going to the Resolute too?
Yeah, not the ship I was hoping for.
Why's that?
We have
Oh, if I
Kinda
hold
accident.
left trigger,
Warp core overloaded.
it
Whoa. That's a big deal.
They spent 6 months fixing it up.
Was it the captain's fault?
That's the rumor. Yeah.
Okay, so that's not exactly what happened to the... Pardon me. Oh, I can't even walk through them. I'm a frickin' commander. Alright, fine. That's not exactly what happened to the Resolute. But if that's the word that goes down for reasons, TM, that's fine. Okay, so we can talk to this person. Or interact with this person, at least. Oh, are you lost?
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Ah, you're right. Nerves must be getting to me.
Okay, that's adorable.
Thanks so much, Commander.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to be a hard-ass commander, I have to admit. Okay. I don't know... Oh, examine.
Not until I find Commander Ermont.
Okay. Ooh, what's going on here?
Starbase 128 has 4 docks.
That is very informational. Not bad. I'm basically using the left thumb pad to move around.
Excuse me.
I do not know what species you are, and now I'm intensely curious. Okay. Wait, you're Okay, you're the commander, so I don't want to talk to you yet. There's a few more people I want to talk to. Oh, pardon me.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
It's better than cubes.
Excuse me. Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Ah, there he is. Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
Okay, I think now we've interacted with everybody in the room. I'm trying to be good about this. I could just ignore a bunch of stuff and like go straight through. But I'm a little bit overwhelmed. Like, this is a lot of what I was hoping for.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermont, Operations Officer on the Resolute. Commander? I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now. I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It was a bit bumpy, but otherwise okay.
My apologies. This storm is unlike anything I've seen before.
I like that
We're
it doesn't...
grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice.
It doesn't interrupt them when you make your
Everything I've read
choice.
and everything I've heard, we're lucky you were available to us. Coming from a premier starship and all. To our little research vessel.
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the Academy.
Hey.
Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion War.
Hey.
Most recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security on the USS Endeavor.
We're
You've
the
done
shit.
your homework?
Like I
Is
said.
what he's saying.
very
We're the
lucky.
shit.
The USS Resolute. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
The equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other. That's what it means to be a crew.
I I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It does weigh heavy. There are some things you can't forget.
Did you lose anyone close to you?
Too many. And to that, I'll just say, you have big shoes.
There are some moments when the faces feel like they should be a little more expressive,
I
but
realize you've known Captain Solano
frozen
for quite some
except for the
time,
mouth.
and I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
That he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first. Until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
Trust is earned, and it sounds like I have my work cut out for me. But I plan on winning them over.
I don't doubt that. I just figured it was better to know what you're walking into.
Of course.
Thanks, Armand.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari region.
Whoops. Is that the wrong
Let
one?
the captain...
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we are able to see who we've talked to, and it will tell us we made a good impression with Commander Ermot, coming off as shrewd and inquisitive while showing empathy for what the crew of the Resolute suffered. Ensign Calloway was grateful for Jarrah's helpful guidance when he was nervous on the shuttle flight. So we'll be able to see, I guess, more or less how people think about us. That's cool. Oh, you can see the controls right here. Ooh, tricorder. Interesting. And you get information on modes. I see shooting, stealth, tricorder, phaser, shuttle, and transporter. We're not going to look at those until they come up. And then back to the settings.
I can brief you on board. I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
So what happened to the Resolute is the story they're telling isn't what happened. But it's one of those, this is what we're going to say happened for the record to perhaps protect some people's reputations and the reputation of Starfleet. Hey, Carter, what's up? Oh.
Stuck. I got just the thing.
Okay, that's the ODM recoupler. That's a plasma torch. That is the interphasic coil spanner. And that's the hyperspanner. Okay, we don't need that, but let's take a look at it.
Hyperspanner does almost everything, except what I need right now. Now, need to melt some corrosion, not just a plasma injector. Need to rewire the optical data network. Just need to burn this gunk off.
Oh, come on. That's cool. Oh. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. I guess we're doing more than melting it. I think we are vaporizing it. Okay, so this is a get it in the center. I wasn't sure how the interactive would go, like if we were really just watching a story, or like how much it would say like, oh, you did this perfectly, or you didn't do that. Oh, okay. That looks like a spark plug. Shiny.
Is that?
Oh, that's so cool. Except subtitles are a little iffy on some of the things. Oh, the lower decks.
I thought that thing was totally fried.
Oh, hello.
Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Millie.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
So Carter is a petty officer. Essentially
Pretty
Miles.
extreme. Nothing I couldn't handle, though.
Okay, hold on. I know I need to go,
You're in my light.
Oh, sorry.
but I want to look at stuff.
Come on!
That's not where that goes. Maybe we can figure out where you're supposed to be.
See, look, I know I'm in a hurry, but I want to look at stuff and things and ooh.
This storm looks pretty bad. Just another reason why we need to get this ship ready.
Carter Diaz!
I am coming. Person who I'm probably going to romance.
Hey, Diaz, have you seen a hyperspanner around here? Oh, hey, there it is. You're a lifesaver, Diaz.
See, I'm useful.
I don't know about that.
I'm slow, but
I
useful.
try.
Hurry up!
Yes, Chief Miles O'Brien, the most important officer in the history of Starfleet. I believe that
Everything okay?
I dropped a non-ferrous connector between the coils. Gonna have to remove a few of them to find it, and then...
Ooh,
Time's
another
a-wasted.
hour recalibrating. Ouch. I'll leave you to it.
I feel so bad for making her wait, but there's so many things to look at.
Hey, Diaz, can you give us some help with the transporter?
What's the problem?
We need to test this cargo transporter. I've never been that great with the signal plotting.
I'm in so much trouble.
No problem.
What? What am I supposed to do? Oh gosh, okay. Routing. Select waypoints to create a path through the ionic interference. The line connecting the points will lose stability if it passes through the interference. The yellow bar indicates the stability of your path. When full, you will succeed. Press R, use R to aim, and hold RT to select and drag waypoints.
No sweat. Whoa, whoa, hey, buddy, get off the pad!
His face! His face!
Don't tell Chovak.
Not a word.
Oh my gosh, there's too much in here to do and look at. I'm so sorry. But we are sort of like, we are a petty officer. We are a grunt. Like, it's our job to basically...
Oh, these are heavier than they look. Makes more sense than zero G. You're welcome.
Glad I did your job for
Clean
you.
I can see myself. And you know what? Not half bad.
Alright. We like a little self-confidence. Okay. She's gonna be so mad at us.
A place for everything, and everything in its place. Someone gonna fix that?
Okay, that's cute. Alright, I think I've seen most of the things I can see in this room, so let's go before she murders us. Okay, hold on. Just gonna look around. Oh, what are you doing?
Don't let LT catch you blocking the corridors like this.
We'll clear it up once we finish the delicate work. Good looking out, though.
Good to see her fully operational again. And if she breaks, we'll just fix her.
Okay, another interactable. Oh, there's so much to interact with here. Hold
All the
on.
way to the turbo.
I gotta not go the way we want to go.
Need any help? Okay. Good luck.
Just straight up ignore me. I'm the protagonist.
do you have against using the turbo lift?
Nothing, I just
I don't
like
need
being in
anything
the
from
tubes.
utilities.
It's my domain.
Force of habit, I guess.
Okay, so there is a bit of an issue when there are nearby callouts of sort of missing what you're supposed to hear the main character saying because they're busy talking. Oh, we gotta get all up in the access corridors though.
Engineering.
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovok called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds. Hanging upside down makes me queasy.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious. Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovok.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Petty Officers Ed Solar, Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Edsolar on repeated occasions.
Apologies for the delay, Commander.
I do not want your apologies. Simply see to it that it does not happen again.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull.
What?
I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance.
What?
The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovok. All hands on deck.
What's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovok said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it. And they're going to leave on schedule. Consequences be damned.
You won't get an argument from me, Nelly. Sure seems like everyone's still scrambling.
And I get it. When has a relaunch ever gone off without a hitch?
Sensor.
But this
Sensor.
isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Oh, whoa.
Excuse me.
A lot of new faces.
Oh,
coming
good
on
scene
board.
changes. Okay.
It's got to be tough coming as a replacement. That's for sure.
They seem all right. Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship? Well, that's nothing to hold against them.
Yeah, you're right. I guess getting a little new blood on board doesn't hurt. Hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda!
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Don't talk badly about one of the best ships in all of Starfleet.
We've rebuilt enough of her by now. She better be one of the best.
Not sure
We'll
what
see
mood
about
I'm gonna
that.
go for Diaz.
But I am glad to be here.
Oh.
He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go.
Okay. Hey, welcome on in, Raiders. Hello, hello.
See you on the other side.
I sense love interest
Activating
there.
magnetic souls.
Oh, there we go. I want a pair of those so bad. Oh, just gonna walk right down. Love it.
That view never gets old.
Let's go.
Hey, DC, welcome on in. Oh, that's badass. And you got to do the lovingly pan across the ship's surface. Oh, this is the really well done scene changes. Okay, hold on. I'm going to say thank you for that raid. Also, we have now met Petty Officer Maris. Miranda couldn't help but feel some chemistry with Carter after their playful banter when she first arrived aboard the Resolute. Lieutenant Commander Chovak found Carter to be respectful and responsible when he and Edsela were almost late in main engineering. Give me a second. I'm gonna say hi to people on the raid because I am definitely into this game. We're definitely going to be spending some time with this game. However, welcome, hello, hi. If you don't know me, Urban Bohemian, Brian, etc., and therefores and whatnots, and we're playing Star Trek Resurgence, and so far it's going well. It's very pretty. It's just really pretty, and I like the way that they're doing the transition between the two characters. I thought, oh, we're going to have one person's story and the other person's story, but they are like a TV episode. They're like, all right, let's just go here, 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 and back. It's really nice. But yeah, welcome on in. We'll do a welcome for the raid, and thank you for all the things. And fish.
Initiating raid message.
And I'll get some water.
On behalf of your host, Urban Bohemian, please accept this automated message welcoming you to the channel. You will find a variety of content here, including but not limited to games, food and drink, chat, and tabletop RPGs.
Gotta fix that one day.
It is our fondest wish that some or all of it will entice you to follow and perhaps even subscribe to this channel. In accordance with the channel rules, we ask that you be your best selves and understand that the streamer and mods have the final word. Should you find yourself unable to enjoy or engage with the content, we understand if you cannot stay and hope to see you back again some other time.
Bye.
We are very pleased to have you with us, and we hope that you enjoy your stay. Raid message ends.
So yeah, it's all Star Trek all the time until the stream's over, and then it's not Star Trek because I don't want to play more of this off stream. I want to keep this as an on-stream game, but I'm probably going to play Destiny after I have some dinner and continue to clean up my kitchen. But welcome on in, Raiders. I hope that today is so far being a good-ish day for you. It was kind of a not crappy day. It's just a lot of unexpectedness happened that I was not prepared for, but that's all in the past and now is streaming. So yeah, thanks for hanging out and being here with me. We are playing Star Trek Resurgence. It is so far very pretty. It has the feel of Star Trek to it, and the prompts that happen in between aren't that awful. I'm noticing that the things that we see around the rooms aren't like, it's good that we looked at stuff, but I don't think we have to look at stuff to lend to the plot. What I can't figure out is, for the first officer, Jara, I do want her to be kind and earn everyone's trust. For Carter, I almost feel like because he is a non-com, that maybe he can be a little bit more cocky and sassy. I'm not sure. And I like how each of the
Captain Solano
chapters
should
get
be here momentarily.
like their own kind of chapter name. Oh, are we left? No, still in the...
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Oh, so her ring is essentially monitoring her bio levels. Interesting. Oh, okay. Wait, is that somebody? No, that's a sculpture. I was like, is somebody sitting there? That's a sculpture, Brian.
I can't believe he keeps this around. Don't even know where mine is.
Okay, Captain's proud of graduating Starfleet Academy.
The first mineral Captain Solano ever discovered.
Pretty.
Always was the nostalgic type.
So I suspect that after we've looked at everything, then... Ooh. Ooh.
We'll be out there soon. Going where no one has gone before. He's still got a thing for trains.
Now, they do know each other.
The warp engines of their day, apparently.
So it's not like this is completely fresh. Okay, let's... Oh, whoops. There we go.
Can't wait to plot a course myself.
All right, is that everything? Oop. Do we look at the window again? I mean, I'm fine to look at the window again.
When looking to the stars, keep both eyes open.
Jara Ryder.
I didn't get to do the
Last
replicator.
time I saw
Dang
you,
it.
it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrit Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. My only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare. But, unfortunately, we've had our hands full with the refit.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient. I like it. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months.
This is after...
The ship suffered some damage.
This is after the
Nearly as
Dominion
much as
War.
the crew.
Yeah. You mean the accident?
I assume you mean the accident.
That's right. The tragic accident, really. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career. Right there. Within our grasp. Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship can handle. It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
We all know the risks when we sign up. There are no guarantees. As much as we tell ourselves otherwise.
True. But as captain, my job is to mitigate and manage the risks as much as possible. And that's where I failed. In my defense, I will say, Might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me.
Yeah.
There was a lot of pushback from my former XO, and I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on a course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can promise that I'll be honest to a fault.
Good. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But at the end of the day, it has to be my call. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least, I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
Y'all and this mustache.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves
Thank you, Alien Traveler.
in all-out war.
So it's a
Waiting for a good
mission.
to
I see it
stop
as a
because
golden
I'm just getting too into
to
it.
not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hotari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed.
Well, that's convenient.
I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater. But the diplomat will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
But are we prepared to embark on the mission?
As much as I'd like to think that's true, I have my doubts. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure.
Aw, buddy.
When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
Thank you. But I feel like I still have so much to learn.
You'll have plenty of opportunity. And if you're willing to put in the work, I'll do everything in my power to help you along the way. Come, let me introduce you to the crew.
Okay, am I back on my own now? All right. Do I get to look at the replicator? Dang it. Okay, so don't assume you're going to get to look at everything. So yeah, I had this up earlier. Hold on a second. So Star Trek Resurgence has both a memory alpha and a memory beta entry because there was a comic book. But yeah, oh, I thought I had that. But yes, it takes place. So it's sort of after Nemesis, before all of that. So that's why the Dominion War is done. Our officer actually got a commendation for serving during the Dominion War. I do know that I do know a few people who will show up in the game. I do know one particular person who has lent their voice to the game and will be showing up at some point. Okay. Look at this carpeting. Oop, how do I see what I can see? Nothing? I can't. What am I supposed to do? Help, I'm lost. Oh. 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 Just 2 seats.
Everyone, if I could have your attention for a moment. like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our chief science officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time.
Okay.
And I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
If anything, the honor is mine.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad. Because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves. And you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really
Rex.
admire that.
Yes.
So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done, but you definitely set a standard to strive for.
You're making me uncomfortable?
That's very kind of you to say, but enough about me. We have a lot of work to do.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, that was a good awkward I have done too much face.
And then, of course,
that was
you've
nice.
already met Commander Ermont. Please do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. Have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Sit in captain's chair when ready.
Communications. Keeps us in contact internally and with other vessels.
I like the modifications they've done on the usual Star Trek themes for this as well.
So many decks. Full of crew that are now my responsibility.
No pressure.
Tactical station. Hopefully a diplomatic mission won't require we use our weapons much.
Oh, that wood paneling though.
We'll be ready. Science station. The Resolute is a science vessel, primarily. Might explain Commander Westbrook's attitude. I'll have to speak with him later.
Okay, so these are our internal thoughts. Got it.
Impressive range of view.
I also like that we can't run.
The helm. The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's capable of quick maneuvers. Can't wait to see what she can do.
So, as the first officer, like, no, we don't run.
Operations. Staffing, supplies. There's a lot to keep track of on a starship. Good thing we have Commander Ermont.
Okay, that's the captain's chair. This is the...
Turbolift could take me anywhere on the ship, but I'm right where I need to be.
Aw, that's right, you are. Okay, a little bit more. Oh, it's our... What? What?
Tactical holodais. Just like they've got on the Excelsior.
The what?
The first officer's seat. My seat. Right now, though, I need to fill in for Captain Solano.
Is one of the doors the bathroom? We can have a look. But they say turbo lift. I know there's essentially the captain's ready room. And it's interesting. I'm pretty sure everyone gets used to, I think, you know, we basically developed the skills in Bandcamp to modulate your need for, modulate your need to go to the bathroom. But I'm pretty sure whenever someone needs to, they just say, hey, I gotta go. All right. Captain Solano was reassured by our modesty and leadership potential after our first meeting. Nice.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Oh, hello.
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode.
The entire ship is like, I'm in maintenance mode now, so whatever. And then, again, the switch to perspective.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
They're making sure that their feet come down and not just like stepping.
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds
Can we can't really look around. That
when I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No.
Oh,
sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine. A massive, massive machine.
I am more than that. And so are you. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere. See new worlds. Look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be.
I suspect that she might be an unjoined
Diaz,
Trill.
Commander Chovak. We are at the SIF emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Hey, Lady Luck, welcome on in. Oh, okay. Oh, right, we already looked at what all these tools do, so we need to calibrate.
Beginning recalibration.
Align the SIF. Okay. Tune nodes to center the circular indicators.
Careful. Too much action and harmonics will deflect the alignment.
Got it?
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
I was going to say, that is absolutely going to be a transition point. I like
Commander
the scene
Westbrook,
changes.
right?
That is
Chief
nice.
Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive.
Wow, you're an asshole.
Yes, I am the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
This is a research and discovery ship, first and foremost. Now with a former tactical officer as its new first officer.
Oh.
I'm curious.
Sorry, I forgot. Everyone's probably pissed at us because, again, we were chosen from outside of the crew after the crew had been through this massive major thing. So chances are he wanted our job.
Oh, a Kobliad, or half in your case,
is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition and all.
What?
But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then?
Okay, if the option is not to punch him in the face, I'm going to be a little mad.
You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
That's very kind of you to be concerned about my well-being. But you don't need to trouble yourself on my account. I'll be fine.
Well, I wouldn't say I was concerned.
Wow.
Just curious, that's all.
What?
Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
You already have been.
To stop now.
Thank you.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet.
Okay, we're going to talk about him in a second.
And his
all
reputation
right?
was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest friends. So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
Mr. Westbrook, if you have some kind of problem with me, and you just met me so it has nothing to do with me, you're gonna have to figure out how to get over it. Because I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. I'll stick to science. That is what this ship is for.
Very well.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into.
Like, I don't care that I maybe pissed him off because he deserved it. However, let's talk about their former first officer. And again, I'm getting this from the comic that they published ahead of this. The reason that Captain Solano talked to Jara and said, it's because my senior staff didn't trust me, is Captain Solano had his own way. He was going to negotiate and do, essentially, they were prisoners. He was going to do what their captors want and cooperate with their captors to try and get everybody out alive. The first officer thought it would be better if he came up with a more aggressive approach and then completely failed to inform his captain of this. So that's what the captain means when he's like, yeah, my senior staff didn't have faith in me. So, yeah. I wouldn't say the best first officer because it's kind of fucked up what he did. But yeah.
It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature,
what's that beeping,
we can
right?
come up with a scientific
You want to look at that?
Just a moment.
Well, crap, that's not good. Okay, everything's going off. Not good.
We've got a massive energy wave inbound.
On screen.
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves.
Let's get our people off the hull.
Hit by a wide band burst of ionic energy, like a tsunami.
I'm gonna say I'm a little frustrated that the subtitles aren't doing the thing. Like, they're on, but they keep getting lost. That's a little frustrating. Let's get our crewmen off the hull. How about maybe?
I'm reading power abnormalities all over the ship.
Red alert.
Aye. Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
That's right, which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Bajorzian, get those shields up.
I trust the plucky
Stand
person
by.
versus...
I need a heading. We've only got one shot.
Understood. On my command.
Yeah, I can't... Oh, what am I supposed to do?
Heading left.
Raise shields!
This is it!
All hands, brace for impact.
Are they still on the hull? What the?
What happened?
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
No problem. Now, I will say, technically, I should have gone with the senior officer's recommendation that we use the deflector pulse. But he was an asshole to me, so yeah.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Let's just make sure nothing else needs to be touched first. Okay.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Oops, sorry. There we go. Remove routing. Oh no, we're taking out isolinear chips. And, oh, we just put it over there? That's all it took? Wait, seriously? You just switched the chips. Okay.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Okay, use Y to equip phaser. Hold LT to aim and RT to fire. Alright. LT. Oh. Alright. So far, that was easy.
Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Okay, this is a timed thing, so I'm going to take a real quick break because I saw a clock and now I have concerns. I'm going to take a real quick break. I will run an ad. I will be right back. I'm also going to check on the kitchen and perhaps the ingress points for my unwelcome many-legged visitors. And I'll be right back. Everyone hang tight. We will come back because there's a clock in the corner and I'm a little concerned. But I'll be back in a second, everyone. I'll see you very shortly. Okay, that was, things in there are thinging appropriately, so I feel good. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I got some more water. Towani, or Tawani, I apologize if I got your name wrong. Thank you for the follow a while ago. And Amra, thank you for the follow as well. I think that's everyone. I know this game has definitely sucked me in, attention focus-wise, and perhaps that is simply the danger of a game like this. So let's go back when we previously on Star Trek Resurgence. Petty Officer Diaz had just dispelled an energy discharge due to the ion storm forming around the Resolute. What will happen next? Let's find out. Oh, really? So basically it's like, okay, oh good, she's helping. That's good. Can you imagine somebody inside? I'm reading weapons fire on the hull, Commander. Oh, okay, that's not cool. Ah, it's right behind me. Is it coming at me? This is kind of a... Oh, okay. I'm not going to fire my phaser at her. It's kind of fun. Oh, okay. I'm not going to say it feels like there's an intelligence to these energy discharges, but they do seem to be rapidly getting in our way. That's all I'm saying.
Opening the access panel.
I am now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
Oop.
Manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
It always astonishes me how much people just know. Like, they learned it all, so it's not like they didn't know it. Okay, so I assume that we are trying to do that. Okay.
PS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance.
I was a little confused as to what I was supposed to do,
Once I
but...
cycle the manifold nozzles,
Oh no, oh no, no! I don't like an end dash. That's never good. Oh, docking clamps are not holding. Oh crap. Oh, that's not gonna buff out. Well, shit.
Get down! Diaz to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. All vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We
safest
have
way to...
people on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead.
Where have you been?
Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order. Chara?
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
You better be sure you make the right decision.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
What is the holdup?
Oh, thank goodness we can stop the timer. I also appreciate being able to stop the timer by pausing, which is great if you maybe just need a moment to think, or you're looking at a walkthrough and it's out of order. So I appreciate being able to be like, oh, hold up. Obviously, we're going to reverse the polarity because we're going to go back to Commander Westbrook's option here. I apologize. I will never be able to pronounce that entire username, but Kusana, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. We're going to go with Commander Westbrook's plan to reverse the polarity. So we're going to be a little bit of a renegade ship, but we're going to save our people.
Starbase, stand by. We're going to flip pole
Ooh,
polarity
Captain
to
doesn't like
disengage
it.
the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
I love that. Captain does not like it. Ooh, he's furious. Oh, good. This is going to be interesting. It is the captain's one spot is that his crew doesn't trust him. So
Captain Jara Rydek, be advised, we are going to reverse whole polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Understood.
I don't...
7, 6, 5.
Seriously?
4, 3, 2.
Oh God, why are you doing this to me?
Mark.
Grab my hand! I got you.
Thank you.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
I'm pushing the thing. Oh, I see. Oh, come on. You better... Thank you. There's two of us here, you know. Oh, fuck.
I got you. Petty Officer Etzelar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Etzelar there to access the interior.
Roger
Well,
that.
I guess that's what we're doing.
Going there now.
I'm not seeing her tether. Okay, she is coming with us. The tether, it's hard to see, but it's there. Okay, I'm sorry. This is cool. Hey, she's okay. Let's not enjoy the view. Let's just get inside the ship. How about that? How about we just get inside?
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time.
Okay, no arguing. Somebody.
Fight me on this. Get in there.
Not on your life.
Let's not let it come down to that.
Yeah, just get in. If you don't get that hyperspanner, boy. Get in the damn ship. Oh. Oh no.
We made it.
They're safe, bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
If y'all don't get your ship together, whoo. That's a good question, Antique Raven. I don't know if that was passing or not passing. Okay, hold on. Pan, thank you very much for the resub. I appreciate it. And it has been a delight. I've been a little bit, I think a few streamers lately have been a little bit weird about our numbers, and we've noticed them like fluctuating, but it's just because it's summer and we are a little more vaccinated and educated about going out and about. But this has been still good for me to do and a good way to socialize, because I'm realizing I was about to write a blog post about this later, is I feel like a stranger in my own city now when I go out because of so many things that have changed, businesses that are no longer there, things that are different. So it's like relearning my city all over again, but it's not in the fun, I can do what I want and explore way, because we're still, with a virus out there. All right, Captain Solano was furious. Yep. However, everybody else on the bridge basically was like, yeah, we're going to save the crew. This crew just lost a shit ton of their people. We are not going to sacrifice any more. Okay, so Chovak and Captain Solano didn't like that. Everybody else did. And Etzelar was grateful. Okay. Whew. This is tough. I try to satisfy everybody, but I think this game is going to make it so that I can't. Now there is a way online to see if we did well choice-wise, but I don't know if there's a way to tell what a QuickTime event was and wasn't, and if we passed or failed.
Nilly.
I'm good. Help me with him.
Oh yeah, you got fried, buddy.
Let's get this off.
Oh, that's not good.
Medical. Got one wounded at my location. Carter. You don't look so good.
Is that just because you're petty?
You gotta be more careful. I just got here. I'm not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet. Now let's get you down to sickbay.
Great.
Do we get to see sickbay? No. Okay.
Status report.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermot?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
We're about to get balled out. He ain't happy.
You disobeyed my orders. Well?
I'm sorry for that, Captain. I
You
did what I thought was...
disobeyed my orders! And not just in front of the bridge crew, but the Starbase staff as well. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished on the fleet.
That's the problem. It's your
What
ego.
is it going to do to my credibility on this ship?
It's your ego.
From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
Captain, I told you I'd be honest, so here it is. Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order, but you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew. Trust me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt,
Oh.
but not everyone. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has already bent my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than
Mr. Chovak is a Vulcan. Good luck with that.
I guess we all are. And if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment either. You never really know if you weren't in those shoes. So, let's just boil it down to you did what you had to. That'll have to be good enough for me.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
I'm sure you will, someday. Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermot, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
I like the chapter names. Okay, I'll be real. Even they, you know, they got curves in places with these
All departments
onesies.
reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Dude, inappropriate.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone.
Yeah, no one actually likes to work in a
You all
onesie,
know,
and
not
they
big on
smell.
Speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar.
Bye. Bye. This one dude probably doesn't even have a ship. He just loves to sit here all day and watch this shit.
That should do it. Set a course for the Hotari system.
I love when they come in through the view screen. Oh, I love it.
You know what? You take this one.
Me?
All right. I think there was yes, do it, engage, and make way. Oh.
Helm. Make way.
We're not going to say engage. Woo!
Make way.
It's a sailing term.
I know that.
Because seriously, the last person who said engage just got his ship blown up. Jean-Luc Picard.
Easy. Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look so good.
So they've done this thing where... Actually, hold on. Let me look this up about the Kobliads, because I don't think that they mentioned this before. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. They did... Oh, okay. So this is an interesting thing. So if anybody remembers the Deep Space Nine episode where Rao Avantika took over Julian, the woman that was after him, Tai Kajada, said that he was after Duridium to prolong his life. But that seemed prolong the life seemed to be like prolong beyond. Hey, J.A., thank you for hanging out. Take care. Have a good rest. Prolong, as in prolong beyond normal lifespan. Not, they need Duridium to survive. This game is now sort of doing they need Duridium to survive. And in doing so, are... Oh, okay. So now they need Duridium to stabilize their cell structure. Okay. All right, got it. The Federation does the thing. And all right, so they do need it, which is an interesting way of also giving our main character, in essence, a chronic illness or disability that she needs to be able to manage. But we're in the future, so that should be no problem at all, right?
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
Commander, help me get her inside.
Well, that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on him, but he'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your Duridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're...
rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the Duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
I do wonder. It's kind of Deborah Wilson-ish, but it doesn't feel full-on Deborah Wilson. Although, you know, you see an older black woman character, you're like, oh, Deborah Wilson.
I know what it means. And I know the responsibility that comes with it. But I can't be anything more than who I am. And if someone has a problem with that, or expects something else, then that's their problem, not mine.
That's exactly right. And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
Oh.
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks.
Oh.
Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. The major innovation. Something he can put his name on. The more the time passes and the further out of reach it gets, the more risk he'll be willing to take.
I hear you. But that's my job, isn't it? To make sure that doesn't happen. And we don't lose sight of the bigger picture.
Which is exactly why I'm so glad you're here. We need you now more than ever. And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge. It took guts to defy a direct order.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure is almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of Duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
And my work here is done.
Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I came to see if you were okay.
Aww.
We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
Maybe we'll do a little romance here.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am.
You don't have to explain to me. I understand. I'm just glad you're okay. You trusted me earlier with the shields, and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
Oh,
Now,
scene
Carter,
change. It's
the
so
missions that gave
seamless.
you that burn are quite unusual, like everything else that goes with this storm. That's the combination of hyronolin and lectrazine to counter the radiation effects. That should help speed your healing. She's come by a couple of times to see you already.
Okay, obvious love interest is obvious.
It's good to see you awake again.
Okay, these are two
I was
pieces,
starting
thank
to get
goodness.
worried. Not that you aren't in good hands with Dr. Duvall. You did take one hell of a shot, though.
So, be honest. How bad do I look?
You look rugged.
Rugged?
Okay, how about heroic? Millie was looking in on you too, by the way. But since it's just us right now, I had a chance to think about this while I was away. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse, leaving it unsaid.
It's okay, Miranda. You can tell me anything.
I know that.
Then come on. Just spit it out.
I'm trying. Let me talk.
Shut up, boy.
What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
And this is all kind of unexpected.
I didn't expect this either. But here we are. And I didn't want to ignore it. I just figured I'd steer right into it. Well, what do you think?
Oh, let's go for it.
I've been about as direct as I can stomach.
I like you too, Miranda. Let's see where this goes.
Aww.
Okay. I was really hoping you'd say that.
But we can also bring
Sorry to
Neely in on it, right?
The
Like,
patient needs to rest if he wants to get back to his old self.
we can also bring
course.
Neely in on it, right?
I'll see you again soon.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I have a... Okay, if I go to the main menu now, I'm just gonna see because we're getting close to time. Uh-oh, did I break it? Uh-oh. I'll see what happens. I clicked back to the main menu to see if we can get back to that. And the game has a paused. And, uh-oh. All right, let me give it a second. I will say that it is a PR build, so it may not have all of the requisite patches it needs, or there may have been a day one, but let's give it a second and see what happens. Because I wanted to see if it's possible to go back, or if this is like, no, you made your choice and that's it kind of thing. So let's see if we can pull the game back up. I'll give it a second. I did just get the I'm saving the game note, so if we come back to it, we'll at least have a save to go back to. But it would be just like me to break a Star Trek game the first time I play it. That would be right up my alley. I'm enjoying what they're doing too, in terms of the way that they are putting emotion into the characters, the way that they are choosing to shoot the scenes. The scene transition between the two characters is very smooth from a narrative aspect. It really does feel like you are watching a Star Trek episode. I notice a little bit of, like, there's soft focus when there doesn't need to be. I am a little bit perturbed by the subtitles, like right after a quick time event or right after a scene change, the subtitles dropping out. That's odd. Yes, so it is out today. It is out today. You can go to StarTrekResurgence.com. You can get this on the Epic Game Store. You can also get it out for Xbox and PlayStation. So all three of those platforms today. And I believe I have, in the parlance of game shows, stumped the panel. I actually, when I tried to hit main menu, I heard my computer's fans spin up. So yeah, it's only on Epic Games for PC. It is an Epic exclusive at the moment. I heard the fans spin up, so I don't know if I have broken it. All right, maybe I did. Hold on. Let's pop over here while we do, and I will just close and restart the game. Just checking on the processes. It says it's doing its thing. It's definitely taking up system resources. All right, we will try to do that. Okay. We'll just start it back up. And this is what I wanted to see and or test regardless, is how it takes to essentially how the game takes to going back to the main menu and coming back in. So if you click on choices, there is a QR code or a URL to go to the site to see your choices. I suspect that they will be my choices, so I don't want to go to that yet. I'll look at that offline. It is similar to The Quarry. I would say it's closer to the Telltale style of game. So The Walking Dead or The Wolf Among Us. I do not remember what the Batman one was called, but it's also similar to that. So it is an interactive narrative game. It's sort of like playing a choose your own adventure, but they also incorporate like quick time events, not really difficult ones, choices, relationships, decision trees, things like that. Oh, that's not a face I expected to see.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Helm, bring us out of warp.
Dropping to impulse.
Hold on a second. Is the ambassador Spock? Is that who the ambassador is? Is it Spock? Let me just make sure that this is capturing correctly. I apologize if the mouse has been on the screen the whole time because I did not intend for that to be the case. Okay. We are making more friends.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Oh.
Shield integrity holding.
We can take it.
Can we not have things bouncing off of our...
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types.
Okay, so I'm not timed for this. I do my best to not oversaturate myself on marketing. I have been following this game for release dates. I did get a little spoiled on some voices that are some people that are being gonna happen later. But I try not to spoil myself too much on stuff, which is very difficult for things like I am completely spoiled on Tears of the Kingdom, as much as I try to avoid it. But for this one, I was like, I want to see what it's like new. And I am sorry. I'm sorry, Tasmanian Devil. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm already having fun with this, and I hope that other people who get it have fun with it as well. Okay.
I've located the shuttle.
Opening comms.
On screen.
Why is the shuttle hiding? Oh, I was like, why are you hiding in the middle of a freaking debris field?
Debris field. Lost maneuvering.
Oh, it's the USS Excelsior.
I can't get it any clearer.
What's the shuttlecraft name? I missed it.
Won't get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
Oh, you just got back. Oh, you finally found your way, buddy.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
You should not be back to work, sir.
I'm sure.
Okay. Okay, Shuttle Grayson. You should not be back to work like Dick. Does that shuttle have a great butt? Probably.
First thing, lock onto the shuttle and stabilize the rotation.
Okay, so... Hold on, is there anything else? Okay, so stabilize the shuttle rotation. Yoink. Oh. There's debris in the way. We should probably...
Debris.
I'm on it.
Okay, use the tractor beam to deflect the asteroids. It's only a little bit stressful, you know. I also like that our tractor beam is weirdly selective. No, we don't like that. That's not good. No, not Big Chungus. You go away.
Diaz, the bridge. There's a large piece of debris headed for the shuttle. The tractor beam can't handle it.
Can our shields take it?
I believe so.
Commander Rydek, plot an intercept course.
On it.
Okay. So... okay. We don't have to do math, thank goodness.
Here we go. Maneuvering thrusters bearing 53 Mark 17. 200 meters on an intercept course.
Maneuvering.
If you're a great pilot, why did you need me to tell you this? Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Whoa! Someone's working hard on the bridge.
Yeah, we work hard for no money. That's the Starfleet way, because we don't use money. I like it, just like wank. Everyone's cheering because you should not be working. In fact, you should be resting. That's why they're cheering for you, because you got the crap beat out of you by an ion storm and you should be in bed.
We got the shuttlecraft on board.
Good job. We're on our way down to meet them.
This is going to be a great place to stop the stream in a minute, isn't it? Yeah, I figured.
Terra firma, so to speak.
Ambassador Spock. The captain will be right down to meet you, sir.
In that case, I will wait for him here.
Okay, some choices on the voice recording of this. What I am detecting is some definite differences in... Okay, hold on. I'm detecting some definite differences, and for me, this is just, like, it doesn't feel like all of the studio recordings got the same level of amplitude, like, decibel-wise, so it feels like some people are quieter. And admittedly, Spock is older, but I also noticed it on a few other lines that came in, like the woman who is Bedrosian. Her lines are there, but they're not quite matched to the volume of other people in the same scene, so I'm wondering about that. But again, it is hard to produce a game in the middle of a pandemic.
Apologies for the landing, Ambassador. I was operating the tractor beam, sir. I take responsibility.
Our arrival was the smoothest part of our journey. Your artistry with a tractor beam is commendable. We thought we were prepared for our arrival in Otari space, but it is evident my craft was not sufficiently robust for such intense ionic activity.
The storm has been pretty intense.
There was an element that was most unusual. Before you came to our aid, our maneuvering thrusters and impulse engines were rendered inoperable. So we attempted a short traversal at warp speed, only to find that we could not achieve warp at all, even though our diagnostics computer showed no faults or anomalies. What do you make of that? When all indications say that warp speed is possible, but in practice, we find it is not.
Well, this storm is one of the strangest phenomena we've ever encountered. It's disrupted other systems. Who knows what it might do to a warp drive?
Yes, it would seem further investigation is called for.
It feels...
Take readings, run some additional diagnostic checks, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Quite logical, Petty Officer...
Carter Diaz. Sir.
Thank you.
It feels like somebody is doing an impression that has perhaps been a little bit
I'd
tuned.
like to get right to it. We're already behind.
Although he's like, Spock asked my name, y'all. Like, Spock asked my name. Spock knows who I am. I'm a little bit curious if it is AI tweaked for something like this. And if anybody watches Star Trek Prodigy with the episode with like Nimoy and Renee Auberjonois, like you'll understand, like I'm okay-ish with it because it's this property. But yeah, I'd be curious about that because it's there, but it's not quite there.
Ambassador Spock, my senior staff. It's not every day that a captain gets to welcome a Starfleet legend aboard.
You flatter me, Captain Solano. But legend implies the past tense, whereas I am very much focused on our present circumstances.
I didn't mean to suggest you were
Gotcha.
stuck
Thank
in
you,
the
Pam.
past. You're right, Ambassador. Not the most diplomatic choice of words.
We're all curious about the future, Ambassador. Specifically, what exactly are we getting involved in here?
We got the basics from Starfleet.
Oh, not the bowl cut.
Formerly peaceful neighbors are now on the brink of war.
Indeed, and the tension between them grows fiercer by the hour.
All of Vulcan and Romulus only have one barber, and that barber is not a Bolian.
Lydia and Hotari. Illydians are the more advanced species. They made first contact with the Hotari over a century ago. This is Tau, the Hotari moon. It is rich in dilithium, and for decades, the Hotari and the Illydians have shared a mining operation there. The Illydians provide the technological resources, while the Hotari have served as the labor force.
Oh no.
The stability of that arrangement was the source of their peace, until recently.
Y'all, we're about to do the super technologically advanced race relies on the labor built race to keep things happening. And now there's a contention between the two because the labor built race has discovered that this entire arrangement is very unfair.
The Hotari have suddenly and forcefully seized control of the mining operations and expelled the Illydians from their system. That is the official story, as told by the Hotari when they requested Federation mediation. But the details remain scant. Communications between all parties have been limited by the ionic interference.
How is it the Hotari were able to turn the tables and take the mines against superior forces, especially after decades in this arrangement?
Unclear. The answer to that question may be the key to a new, lasting peace, and one that I hope we can uncover during these negotiations. But it is unlikely the relatively primitive Hotari forces would stand a chance against the Illydian fleet if this escalates to open war. Left unchecked, this conflict will result in more bloodshed.
They don't want
which is
war.
what we are here
That's
to prevent.
at least
And the
good.
dilithium trade hangs in the balance.
That's more important.
Clearly, the Hotari have been exploited in this relationship.
Thank you.
Maybe we can persuade them peace is the more profitable alternative for everyone. They both profited from the mines. And for the Hotari, something is better than nothing.
Solano, fuck off.
Objective after all.
We can call it profitable or mutually beneficial, but at the end of the day, the Hotari are still being exploited for their own resources.
True peace.
Like, my dude, I am sorry to basically, in your face, as my captain, all the time, say you are wrong. But I'm beginning to think that we need whole man disposal for Captain Solano. Yes, the whole man.
It is not merely the absence of war. And as such, this conflict will surely come again.
Neither the Illydians or the Hotari are members of the Federation, so we can't make them do anything.
There is an additional
Wait.
complicating factor I should mention.
Oh no.
In the past, the Federation has
That's it.
relied on the Illydians as a source of dilithium.
Okay. This is even worse because now it's about resources. So the Federation has a vested interest in getting this conflict handled, out of the way, and back to the relationship they had before because they need that dilithium. And I will also say, like, if you've not read the Resurgence prequel comic to this game, that was about removing our dependence on dilithium and discovering a new means of warp propulsion. And that did not work out.
That certainly changes things.
Federation sources its dilithium from a lot of places.
Yeah, and this is one of them.
So we've already played a part in this.
Unfortunately, that is indeed the case, Commander Rydek.
We're morally obligated to make this right.
Hold on. Our only obligation is to negotiate the peaceful resolution
No,
of this conflict.
the entire man.
Given the Federation's involvement in the Iridium dilithium trade, Captain Solano and I must make every effort to appear neutral in these negotiations.
What worries me is if this whole thing unravels and we're at the mercy of the storm at less than full strength.
We can't let it come to that.
Considering what the Ion Storm has done to our ship and the Ambassador's shuttle, we have to assume the Elydian fleet has had problems with it as well. This recent surge in the energy disturbance temporarily levels the playing field.
Commander Westbrook is correct. The energy anomalies around the Hotari systems have been noted.
I have to say it.
But
I have to say
they've
it.
never been observed on the orders of magnitude we have seen in recent weeks.
That may answer why the Hotari were able to strike back after so long. They finally had an opportunity, and they took it.
That would also explain the Elydians' restraint.
And reason to learn as much about the energy anomaly as we can while we are here. We do not want to be caught at a disadvantage of our own.
Science!
So I trust we understand our circumstances.
We're operating on a strict timetable here, and we're going to be leaving for the negotiations shortly. Commander Westbrook, I want you to leverage our systems to investigate the anomaly from here while we're gone.
Aye, Captain.
Thank you all.
Dismissed.
Yeah, I think Spock is being
both of you privately.
very Spock about this. Like, there's the official line, and then there's what I expect
Spock,
any
I'd like
Starfleet
to make a formal
crew to
introduction.
do.
My first officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
Commander, as you are aware, there are limits to what Captain Solano
Yes!
and I can do in our official capacity as representatives of the Federation. But someone in an unofficial capacity, your first officer, for example, would not be bound by those restrictions. Commander Rydek could ingratiate herself to certain parties behind the scenes, where they may be more candid in revealing information that could lead to a resolution.
She certainly goes her own way. Maybe that helps in this case. It would be unconventional, but I'm not opposed to it.
I'm honored to be included in the negotiation process.
You're not just included, you are instrumental.
Well, I hope Commander Rydek will have more luck finding out what really happened than we will through official diplomatic channels.
The fate of the negotiations, the interests of the Federation, and the prospect for peace may very well depend on it.
That was a bit Star Wars-y, the way that scene ended. Okay. It is 6 o'clock. I just saw the saving your game note, so hopefully I'll be able to go to the main menu. Ambassador Spock noticed Jara's keen intellect and unique insight into the dynamics of the Hotari-Elydian conflict during the mission briefing. Ambassador Spock also noted Jara's humility when presented with her back-channel mission. One of the reasons that I am less than happy about the subtitles vanishing is that the music was doing its very good sweeping thing, and unfortunately it was also completely drowning out Ambassador Spock's thing. So I'm here with the music, but like let's make sure we can also see what people are saying when you're doing amazing things with the music. So that's lovely. So far I'm really enjoying this. maybe we will have to make it Trekkie Tuesdays, and that would mean, that would actually be a good thing. We'll do Trek Tuesdays for this game, because yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And I'm gonna see if I can get to the main menu again or not, in which case, yeah, the fan just went up again. Huh. All right. Well, we will see. If the game ends while we're hanging out and chatting, that'd be great. Otherwise, I appreciate y'all being here for this. This has made my day like I'm no longer on edge. My goosebumps are gone. I'm thinking about the kitchen and it's not causing me stress. This has been wonderful, and I look forward to doing this on more. Yes, I know, Nightbot. Shut up. I look forward to doing this again. This is going to be fun. I just gotta see if I can actually exit the game, because that is sort of a problem. Like, the game just won't exit. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it myself and see what happens. But until then, let me hop over here